What's up, gentlemen and ladies? What is happening in the world of Kentucky sports? This is Mike talking from the Loyal BBN Fan Show. Guys, I'm happy to be here with you guys tonight. We're going to have a good time. Always do on Monday nights. Going to come out and just talk up some Kentucky. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. So hope everyone is having a great week so far. Started off Monday right. I'm looking for that first uh, shout out of the show for the Loyal BBN Fan Show. Who's gonna be that? Who's gonna be that first person that's gonna get in tonight? Let's see what's going on. I'll talk a little basketball. Still waiting. Here we go. Hurl is the first shout out tonight. He is in the house. Hurl, you made it. Matt Short, you just beat him. I mean, you just missed it, Kim. You just missed it. Oh my goodness, guys. That was fast. Hurl, congratulations. You get the big loyal BBN fan shout out tonight. I appreciate you guys joining tonight. What's up? Let's have a good show tonight for sure. Uh, I'm actually happy that I remembered to do this in the beginning of the show so I can actually hit this up. Or see what they do. Come on in. Let everybody come on in tonight. The numbers are rushing in. I appreciate that. Tonight, man, uh, I'm just waking up. I didn't even work out, man. I was so tired. That sun is just, I think that sun is just definitely um, it's starting to take a toll on a lot of us. I'm standing out in the middle of the sun, no shade, and we just it's rough on us right now. It's really, really rough on us, but we're hanging in there. And I'm up. I'm excited about what's going on with Kentucky. I'm excited to be here with you guys tonight. I'm sorry my head is down. I apologize for that. No disrespect intended. All you guys got love. Let's do it. We're gonna talk a little basketball tonight. Um, right here. Appreciate that. Thank you guys for letting me do this. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me do this right here and see. Almost done. We can get this started soon as I am done with this. One man team. Talk a little sports, a little football. And this is what we're gonna do. So what's going on, guys? What's up? Who's in the house tonight? UK's in the house tonight. I'm gonna start off the show tonight asking a question for all you guys. When you guys, what is you guys' favorite drink when you sitting around the house and not doing a whole lot? Uh, my favorite drink, and it's only when I'm overseas. It's not when I'm at home in the States. I don't even hardly drink it when I'm at home, but when I'm overseas, my go-to drink is apple juice. So tonight I'm drinking some apple juice. Hopefully the sugar in it will help me push through or whatever. But definitely my favorite go-to drink is apple juice when I'm overseas. So let me know in the comments what your go-to drink is. Do you like Coke? Do you like Sprite? Uh, do you know what I'm saying? What's your best soda? Mountain Dew. I know a lot of people in Kentucky drink Mountain Dew, so let's hit that up as well too as well. So once again, what is sweet tea? Okay, sweet tea is good depending on who's making it. Depending on who's making it. So before we get into that, let me make sure that I give some shout outs to people coming in the room. Joshua Hart, appreciate you. I see you. Chuck Sturman, I see you. Kim, thank you. Sean McCoy, Steve Gorins, Clint Hardy, thank you for coming in. Matt Short, thanks for jumping in. Hurl, first one to get the shout out tonight. Thank you so much. Absolutely. I appreciate it. Who else is coming in the house? Run with Cherry Coke. Run with Cherry Coke. All right. Clint, I think you have an adult mature beverage on your hand right there, my man. So, just a little bit. Uh, hope so. Absolutely. Mountain Dew. See, I knew Mountain Dew would come up in there somewhere. You just can't talk to certain people in Kentucky with not having a Mountain Dew on the side of it. So, but my go-to guy is what's up. So my go-to is apple juice when I'm overseas. Actually, when I'm okay. So when I'm not, I call it ice cold cherry Coke Zero. Okay, not alcoholic ice cold cherry. Uh, he wanted to put that in there too as well. So man, I'm pumped up to be here tonight with you guys. Though, how can you not be? How can you be a Kentucky fan and not be excited every day, man, because you get to call yourself what most people cannot do and what most people do not understand, and that is to call yourself a Kentucky Wildcat fan. Is that exactly what Coco? You know what, Linda, and welcome to the show too, Gary. I think I called you as well too. One thing about Coca-Cola is Coca-Cola. I don't drink a lot of Coca-Cola. I don't drink, but Coca-Cola when you eat certain foods, ooh, Coca-Cola just hits different than any other drink out there. You get you a good burger, you get you a good hot dog or something like that, and you get you a cold soda on ice. And let me tell you, that Coca-Cola is one of the top of the drinks that just helps you just say, it just makes some bourbon occasionally. See, man, I always talk you for a bourbon guy, man, for real. So use Mountain Dew now. I love some ice cold water on occasion. I would. See, over here, I drink a lot of water. So even though I'm drinking apple juice right now at 2 a.m. in the morning, during the day, I'm flooding I'm definitely flooding my body with water. So I got a box. I got a box in my shop in the corner of my box, and I use that as my accountability partner. And people come in and be like, "Hey, man, like what is that box for?" So I got a box that stands maybe about 2 feet tall, maybe about 2.5 feet tall or whatever. And I every month I empty it out. So every month I have to fill that box up with water. And I take the water bottle and I smush the water bottles so it allows more water bottles. But at the end of the month, the way that I know that I'm drinking water is that box should be running over with water bottles. And so if it's not, then I know I need to drink more water. So like by the middle of the month, if it's not filling up, then I know I haven't been drinking water. So that's my salad accountability. Sorry about that. That's my salad accountability partner that I use to make sure that I'm actually drinking enough water. I'm pretty sure, Matt, if you had a Kentucky game, you'd probably get your sip on for sure. So appreciate those answers. Keep them coming in. If you just joining, thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate it. So I want to start off with this question: is Gonzaga a bigger game than Arkansas? Now, put aside put aside that we know that we got to play Coach Cal against Arkansas. And I get it. And I know everybody in the nation, all cameras around the world, anybody that knows anybody knows that ball game is going to be that's going to be probably one of the most watched basketball games in a long time. But is the Gonzaga game bigger than the Arkansas game? In my opinion, if you throw out that Kentucky baseball program is going to the Bahamas this summer for basketball, they'll lose. Well, they got a good team, but we'll see what happens. But when you take out the aspect of Coach Pope against Calipari, I think that the Gonzaga game is bigger than the Arkansas game, and I'm gonna tell you why. What's been the narrative for Gonzaga for so many years? Oh, Gonzaga, they only got all these big time wins because they play in a weak conference. Their biggest rivalry is St. Mary's. That's who, what I'm saying? There's nobody bigger. So we decided that Kentucky, being who we are, we'll play Gonzaga. Why not? Bring Gonzaga on. Well, we're 0-2 against those guys. And now we got to play them again. The schedule came out. We play them December the 7th in Seattle. I think for me personally, I'm going with Gonzaga being the bigger game. Yeah, we know we want to beat Calipari. They're coming to Rupp Arena and all that kind of stuff. But let's admit, Gonzaga, West Coast, SEC, Kentucky, why is Gonzaga beating us? This has got to be the year that Kentucky basketball finds a way to go and beat Gonzaga. We got a 6-game series, and they already up 2-0. If they win one more, the best we can do is tie. I want to say, and I want to believe with all my heart, that Kentucky is bigger than Gonzaga. We need to win that game against Gonzaga. This is ridiculous that we can't, that we haven't won yet. We went on the road. It was all hyped up. They killed us. They come in the Rupp Arena. It was all hyped up. They beat us. When does that stop? When do we start to show our dominance again? And when can we say that Kentucky is just better than Gonzaga? That's why, in my opinion, that's why I'm thinking to myself that Gonzaga's game is bigger than the Arkansas game. Because if you take Cal out of the picture, then it's just Arkansas. We beat Arkansas last year. We ran Arkansas out. You know what I'm saying it was no issue. So we gotta find a way this year to actually beat Gonzaga because I think that's just more of a bigger game than it is against what's name. Yeah, I want to beat Arkansas because I want to beat Cal. His first game. I want to beat Adu. Um, I want to beat Wagner. I want to beat Z. I want to beat these guys. I don't take anything away from any of that. Absolutely. But I think at the scheme of things, when you look at the bigger picture of college basketball, I think finding a way to beat Gonzaga, and that just that didn't even sound right. Finding the will to beat Gonzaga, like we're Kentucky. Why are we finding the will to beat somebody? Shouldn't we just be dominant? Yeah, I get it. College basketball has changed. NIL has changed all that. The transfer portal has changed a lot of things. So it's not as easy to just be dominant, but we're still Kentucky, and we still should be winning that ball game for sure. And I really think that we should really go out to Seattle and do everything we can to get that win. I could live I can live with an Arkansas loss. That esteem because then we got to listen to Cal, got to listen to the other players who left. But other than that, like for me, I take a loss against Arkansas, but give me a win against Gonzaga. Gonzaga competes every year better than Arkansas does when it comes to the tournament. So I want that quality win against Gonzaga more so than I want that quality win against Western because look, Coach Pope has so much in his pocket. He has so much. He's so smart for the offensive side, defensive side. We're gonna play defense. All of this stuff we're gonna put into play. I feel like if we just show up and give and just play 80% of our ability, I feel like we have enough to beat Arkansas just because of if Cal doesn't change the way he coaches. I don't see why Coach Pope can't go in and outsmart Coach Cal like all other coaches do. And we're just being real. We just got outsmart Coach Cal, and I feel like press him the whole ball game, put pressure on him. Boogie hasn't seen this kind of pressure that we're getting ready to put on him, and I think this is why Kentucky playing Gonzaga is a much bigger game than Arkansas. Um, I mean, let's see. On the defensive end, I don't understand what you're saying, Matt. Beating Gonzaga would look better. I think so too. I think just beating Gonzaga will be better. I mean, in the scheme of okay, we can look at it two ways. Just as Gary just said, if we're looking at the NCAA tournament, beat Gonzaga, that's a good win. If you're just looking at trying to make sure or trying to see if you can get a top four seed in the SEC tournament, then yeah, beating Arkansas is important. But while the winning the SEC tournament is very vital for us, and we're ready to get back and win that tournament because that belongs to us, everyone knows it. I think our bigger picture is can we get to March Madness and can we get past the first weekend? You know, and that's why I'm going to keep. That's why I continue to believe that playing Gonzaga and winning that game is more important. And this is one of those games where I just feel like it still feels odd to say this, but it's odd to say that, of course, that we owe them. We got to get payback. But people usually say they want to get payback against Kentucky. So we got some stuff to do at Kentucky that we got to get back to the norm of playing college basketball, the way that Kentucky plays basketball. And I think going out on December the 7th, that's the early game. We don't have to wait until next year or calendar year 2025 just to be able to play them. I think like we did last, because I think last year we played them in February or maybe something like that. But it was a late game in the season, so we get them early in the year. We see who we are, and then we keep rolling before we go into SEC play. It was when it was first scheduled, but not now. Also, you don't think. Let's see who is this? Who said that? Who said that right there? Beating on it depends on the strength of the schedule. I'd rather beat both. I'd rather beat. Harold said I'd rather beat both. Absolutely, I want to win both of those games. I do, but I think if I had to drop one, I'd rather drop it. What's name? I think I'd rather drop Arkansas. Now, a lot of people are going to have a lot of mixed emotions about that. A lot of people say, "Oh, you know what? I don't want to. I don't want to be down 0-3 to um, up to Gonzaga. I don't want to say Gonzaga's beat us 3 straight years. They three-peat on us. Who wants to do that? I don't. We just beat Arkansas. But yes, if I have it my choice, I'm winning both games. But if I had to take a give and take, lose to Arkansas and go beat Gonzaga. Because those guys are most likely, more so, those guys are most likely going to the tournament, and they're probably going to make a run for it again. They just have been them. They can't get over the stretch of winning it. But those guys, they always make some noise when it comes to March. And I just hope, for me, I just hope that Kentucky can definitely go down to Seattle. We have Duke like game one, need to beat them first and focus on. I think the reason why that I'm actually talking about um, the Gonzaga game, Joshua, is because the schedule just came out. It just got finalized. The date is set now, so that's why I'm kind of bringing that up. We have Josh. You have the schedule for we have to do like game one need to beat them first. And we need to beat all of our games, and I'm all about taking one game at a time, and I want to beat everybody that comes in front of us. But like I said, we just talking about the because of the schedule that just came out, and that's why I'm talking about the Gonzaga right here and right now. But I get you, Josh. I'm with you still. I still pick choice C, catch win both games. So okay, you got choice A, B, or C. Most people, probably 99.9%, I still will pick choice C that they want to win both games. But if we had to lose a game, I would definitely lose against Arkansas. Yeah, it would hurt my pride, and then the hard part about seeing is then we got to go see Cal. Cal would definitely Cal might actually do his post game show in Rupp Arena. That's just that would be so Calipari right there. Is to we won, so I'm doing it right here on the other side of the floor. So Arkansas fans, you guys just stay here in the stadium. We're gonna in the arena. We're gonna go to the other side, and we're gonna do ours right next door while they do theirs. That would be so Calipari right there to do that. So program one day can be like you ever play in the Bahamas during the summer. Don't we? Clint. Don't we play games like during the summer? We went to Canada. We do go to the Bahamas like what every 4 years or something like that. So it ain't like we don't. And it's not like we don't play those games during the summertime, right? Or do we wait until like late in the very very late in August to play some of those games? I thought we went to Canada in July time frame last year. We go to the Bahamas. I know we was in the Bahamas with the um, let's see what team was in Bahamas. We went to the Bahamas with the 15 team. I think we was there. So don't want to be anything like the Cardinals. We like winning. So nobody's in the house. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. Thanks nobody. It's good to see you. I would pick a win over Gonzaga in Arkansas. Yeah. So let's just take a little small vote. If you're in favor of beating Arkansas over instead of Gonzaga, hit the number one. Or if you're in favor of beating Gonzaga and losing to Arkansas, hit the number two. And I could say if you're in favor of winning both, hit three. Everybody would hit three. But for the sake of the poll, if you want to beat Arkansas rather than beat Gonzaga, push one. And if you want to beat Gonzaga versus instead of beating Arkansas, then push two. So I don't know if I can even do it. If I could do it, let me see. Yeah. Somebody put three threes. uh, Actually, what did I? Two is what? Two is Hurl. He put three. He put three. I'd rather beat Arkansas. I'd rather beat what's the name? Yeah, it's a lot of see a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people. Did I hold on? So I'm off. I didn't do my own stuff off. I didn't tie my own stuff up, and now I'm confused. I did say Arkansas instead of Gonzaga for number one, right? Because I'm all off too. I pushed number two because I'd rather have Gonzaga, but you can see, and Hurl's the only one who picks number three, and he makes sure that people see it because he clicked it 1,000 times. that would that's all we gonna hit three. Yeah, that's it. I need the transition three, as Coach Pope says. Go. No, see, that would be the other coach's phrase. Get out and run and shoot the three as many as possible. We play Duke November the 12th. I believe that is the first game of the season. That's gonna be fun, man. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a fun game right there, man. That really is. And I can't, I mean, you got to be honest, man. Those guys who transferred to Kentucky, the Butler, the Chrissa, the Williams, you don't think they ain't looking forward to playing a big time team like Duke, nationally televised, so everybody can watch it? Man, that's going to be enormous. That's going to be a big game. So uh, we play Duke. Yep. Got to smoke that. California. Yep. Pope averaged 32 threes last year in 2 years more than Bama. Wow. And we thought Bama shot a lot. We thought Bama shot a lot. But if they're going to shoot, that's a good stat. Who put that? Nobody thank you for that stat right there. I appreciate it. Pope averaged 32 threes a game. Is that like, wow, that's a lot of threes, man. Let's go. We're gonna get it done. Hey Tony, thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. Tony says, let me throw this up right here. Um, Throw this up for Tony. Thank you so much, Tony. Let's go. We're going to get it done. The focus hasn't been winning championships for quite some time. We got to find out. We're going to find out soon. I'm with you, brother. Amen for that. We're going to find out just what we got. We're going to find out if we got what it takes to start hanging some more banners and hanging them in Rupp Arena, because that's the ultimate goal and that's the assignment, and everyone knows it on the team as well. So that's really, really good right there. So we can continue to win. So gotta smoke that cat. I think you. Let's see. I love Coach Mingion's praise the Lord and go Cats. There you go. You know what, Harold? That's actually it. I have a very very small segment for baseball. First of all, great season for the Batcats this year. It didn't go the way we want to. We failed to Florida. Florida jumped all out on us, and we couldn't regain it, and we just made too many mistakes in the first inning, and it was too costly. But great season for those guys is. But I just seen that UK already has 9 guys that has transferred out of the program. Is that is that is that normal? Because I mean, I don't keep up with baseball, so I don't know if they have that big of a turnover every year. But I know we got a lot of, I know we got some players that going to get drafted. We got some guys that are just older, and this is their last year. But 9 guys have transferred from the University of Kentucky baseball team. That seems like a lot to me. Maybe and Hurl or somebody who keeps up with it. Um, so I seen that as well. Nobody. I seen that um, that Texas seems to be a team that's looking to talk to Coach Mingion about coming out to Texas to coach. They got a big wallet. They got a big wallet. So um, definitely Arkansas beat them. The port of giving, the port of giving, and the port of taking. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're doing. But I looked on the list of players who was leaving. It didn't really look like besides people who's leaving just because their time has expired. Um, it don't look like that we're losing anyone from the knowledge from what I saw of real major significance. I think maybe they had a pitcher who was going to be pretty good in the future, but he's actually decided to transfer too as well. But he actually went 3 or 4 this year. But other than that, I just thought that number of 9 actually just kind of just raised some red flags and said, okay, what's going on with Kentucky baseball, and why is so many people transferring out? But it seems like I guess that's the number. I think the 4-year overseas rule is outdated with the new NIL system. And it, I mean, but I think all team, excuse me, but I think all teams have to go through that. So if it was something that for me, and this is just my opinion, Clint, I think if it was something that was going, that was affecting all of college basketball, in the sense of, or just Kentucky, then I'll have an issue. But all teams have to go by that. But yes, I think maybe that's a rule that should be looked at, that should be evaluated, and because I mean NIL, that's what the trip was about. Oscar, he benefited from it, big, really big, when he couldn't do NIL back in Lexington, so that helped him out a whole lot too. But now the NIL is big and it ain't going nowhere. Then I say open up the borders and let us go play where we want to go. Um, Cal wants the NCAA to change the rules and only give the fifth year to players who stay in school for four. That cut down on age and make all the freshmen good again. I mean, Cal. I mean, he's a good ambassador for college basketball. He is. I mean, whether we like him as a coach or whatever, I think Cal is still a good ambassador for college basketball. And I think as long as he's in the game or somewhere around it, I think Cal's voice would still matter within the NCAA. Probably not, is it gonna matter a lot? But I still think when he talks, people still listen, whether it makes a difference or not. But I really think that Cal still makes a difference for the better around college basketball. Harold says, I have seen several guys signal from the portal, sign from the portal, but the portal has changed college sports for the foreseeable future. Yeah, I mean, it's just something that's the new era, and that's something that we all have to get used to. Something that we just all have to adapt. Because at the end of the day, it's either you're going to like what's going on with NIL, or you're just going to stop watching college sports altogether because it's not going to go anywhere. And just because a little bitty Mike decides that he don't like NIL and he's not going to watch, they don't know who I am anyway, so they don't care if I stop watching. It's too many people out there who continue to watch regardless if they like the NIL rules or not. So whether you like it or not, people can sit and they can complain about it. They can, but it is, and it's not going to go nowhere. And we don't have the power to change what's already been done. He is usually ahead of the curve, but got lazy with a lifetime contract. I think so. I don't think Arkansas gave him a lifetime contract. So his contract has an expiration date. So let's see if that makes a difference in how he coaches and how he goes about doing his business as well. Tongue P. I hope I said that right. So my apologies if I butchered that. But I'm gonna throw this up on the screen. Tongue P says, "What do you think about our players for now? Are you liking the football and basketball teams this year, and do you expect football to win the SEC tournament champion?" Well, no, football is not going to win the SEC championship. They're not going to go to Atlanta. Um, we got a really rough schedule this year. Thanks for that, also, Ton. I appreciate it. Okay, thank you so much. Um, we're not going to win it. I just hope that we're competitive. I did a fun breakdown of the games on maybe the last show I did, and just saying the possibilities of the wins. And I still stand by what I said. We have to go on the road and get one. I know we played Tennessee, we played Ole Miss, we played Texas. I think we got one more on the road, but we got to find a way to win one of those games. I mean, um, we can't just go on the road and just get beat all the time. We got to go and we got to be competitive. And I think, and while big people who know sports 10 times, 100 times more than I do, they actually think that not Ole Miss is going to is almost probably better than Alabama this year. But we got to go and we got to find a way to win. So whether we take advantage of Tennessee with their first year starter and Nico, because Texas, they brought back a lot of players as well too. As far as basketball we can win the SEC championship. We can win the regular season and we can win the tournament. It just depends on how bad we want it. It depends on how, what, what Mark Pope does to throw out all the whistles and bells to make sure that we can get that done. And then how fast can the guys pick it up? How much can Jackson Robinson share his knowledge with with his teammates in order to bring them along faster so they can understand Pope's his scheme, his offense, his defense, and all that. And I think that the sooner that everybody continues to buy in, then the better off we are. We're a very experienced team, and I think the guys are going to come out. It's going to be a business trip. I think we're going to come out. We're going to be ready to take care of business. And I think we do have a chance to win the SEC regular season and SEC tournament. It just depends on how hard we come out and fight. We're going to take some bruises, but it's all about what we do once we take those bruises and how do we bounce back to show that we are resilient and that we are ready to take on the task at hand for sure. But for football, I would be crazy. People would laugh at me, but um, you know, as well. So football can have a good season. We just got to go on the road and at least get one big time win. We got to go shock people on the road and get one win the games at home outside of Georgia. I mean, can we beat Georgia? Yeah, but let's just be realistic. Georgia's beating everybody. So it's nothing for us to put our head down there. We just got to be competitive, and we got to give ourselves a chance to actually win the ball game for sure. That'll be good. He just don't need to wash his uniform for a while and blend right in. I won't be lazy this year coaching. Well, his assistant coaches fill in the gaps. My thing is, Cal didn't really, to me, in my opinion, I don't really think Cal really listened to his assistants, and I think that's a downfall of Cal. I really feel like Coach Pope is going to do a good job at making sure that that the voices of his assistant coaches are heard, especially Fugger, if nobody else. But I think getting your advice from from your coaches, using their experience. Coach Fox got a lot of experience now. I'm pretty sure he's going to be on the sideline during the ball games. But just having his experience and everything, I have a feeling that Coach Pope is not going to be too arrogant and too selfish, and he's going to use the advice of his coaches to help win ball games. And I think that may be the difference in Coach Pope and Coach Cal. Is Cal's, I've been doing this. I'm a Hall of Fame coach. You can't tell me what I need to do. I'm gonna do what I need to do. That's why I'm shocked that some of his coaches follow him to Arkansas. Now, I guess, hey, maybe just it's a job. You need a job, and when you coach, you just pick up and you just go to the next school and you start all back over again. But I think the advantage comes to in that aspect of listening to your coaches. I think Coach Pope will have that area locked down for sure. Uh, we need to stop. We need to stop losing at Rupp Arena. I absolutely agree with you right there, Josh. We got this year more than anything. We got to protect Rupp Arena. Like I don't want. I would love it if we didn't lose one game in Rupp Arena this year, which means we have to beat Arkansas. And I already said that I would rather beat Gonzaga than Arkansas, but I would like to go undefeated at Rupp Arena. I would like to get the streak started again. Now, you guys out there who do numbers, who remembers the streak we had before we lost and we had to start all over again? And I think once that streak lost, I mean, we was up there high in numbers since we lost the ball game at Rupp Arena. And then once we lost that, it was just like it didn't even. It was almost like, well, records are made to be records, and all the stats are made to be broke once in a while. And I think after we lost that game, I just don't think it was never the same anymore. I think unfortunately, it became just the norm to be okay with losing at home. But you real fans out there, you guys ain't crazy. You guys ain't stupid. You guys know that losing at Rupp Arena is not okay, that it's not acceptable. Yes, we got a new court. I saw that today. That UK logo is beautiful. It's nice. I want to go out there and just slap the floor. Speaking of slap the floor, is that a Dookie thing that players slap the floor as they coming back on defense, or is that a college basketball thing that players do that when coming back down the court? because I can't really remember a lot of teams doing that except for Duke. Duke's like to slap the floor, get in a little defensive stance and slap the floor and clap their hands. I don't know. No, we can't lose to Oregon for 5 years. I hope not. I know, right? Because it's Cal be gone by then and Brad to be taking over. So if you're just joining in, I asked Big Chill what's going on. Uh, the If you're just joining in, I asked a question at the very first of the show. What is your favorite go-to drink? Now I'm drinking apple juice tonight, and when I'm overseas, that's what I drink the most. I drink a lot of apple juice. I don't know why, but I do. But at home, I really don't. Like you're a grown man. Why are you drinking so much apple juice for? Are you a baby? Real time baseball is 14 coming freshmen and 9 guys are out of eligibility. Thanks, Earl. I appreciate it. No. Don't be sorry. I appreciate that. Sorry, but I'm just getting information. Real time baseball has 14 incoming freshmen. 14 incoming freshmen. That's a rebuilding year. Minjian might be like, man, I ain't dealing with this, man. I have 14 guys. I just want to SEC. I'm out of here. So I don't know why can't he do why he can't do any worse than California. So but yeah, that was the question. RC Pop. Ooh, I haven't heard of RC Pop in a long time. But yeah, I was asking, what is your go-to drink if you're just sitting around the house, or what's in your refrigerator if you open up the refrigerator right now? I have apple juice. I have these little bottled drinks um, that I think they call fruits or whatever they call it, and I have orange juice. So that's what's in my refrigerator. But my go-to while I'm overseas is definitely apple juice. I love it. Girlfriend, don't get that apple splatters. 54 games in a row wins. There you go. Thanks, Clint. I appreciate that number. Ooh, sorry about that, Clint. Man, if I'm back in the States, nobody. See, you and I, we going to sit on somebody's front porch one day. we going to drink us a knee high peach. My brother Charles, he got me. I remember Charles used to, he's my second oldest brother. He used to drink it, and I didn't really understand it. He said, man, I got that knee high peach. You should try it. I said, all right, I'll try it. Man, I tried that peach. I can't get enough of it. When I'm home, now it's so much sugar. Let me just be real, but it's so good. It's just like, ooh, it's so good, man, for real. Hey, Paul, welcome in. Appreciate you joining. Milo's extra sweet treat. Ooh, that Milo's is good too, Josh. Ooh, my wife, she put me on to that too as well. Ooh, that's good. Man, yeah. Hey, I'm gonna need you guys to put me a curry package together and send me some sweet tea, Steve. Send me some Al 8 Paul and send me some Milo's Joshua. Come on, man, hit me up, man. Hey, and nobody, make sure you. I love the hot beach. That's you, Earl. Hey, man, you know what? Give all you guys a clap, man. You guys are freaking amazing. That knee high peach is so good, man. And you get, from my understanding, I used to always get it like a. I'm not sure if you guys have it where you at, but we have a store called Mini Mart. Is that what it is? Yeah, Mini Mart. And Mini Mart always carries it, and that's why I would go get it at when I wanted one, and it was just so good. That knee high peach, man, cold. Ooh, put some ice with it. Oh, that sounds. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna set up on my apple juice. Hold on for a minute. Stay with me, people. Don't leave me. Stay with me. So, but yeah, I thought I wrote down what else I wanted to talk about. So so thanks for that, for all the comments for the Gonzaga and everything. Big Mike, which freshman do you think will have the biggest impact this year? Are we talking about football or basketball? If we're talking about basketball, I'm going to go just because. Ooh, I don't want to. I don't want to. See, that's difficult, and you guys can chime in too as well too. Thanks for. Let me put this question up, man. Hold on one second. A bologna sandwich with some Miracle Whip and garden tomato and Doritos with knee-high peaks. That's a cold minded steak dinner right there. Man, nobody, you the dude, man. Let me see if I can put that up, that question up. 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. I'm trying to see if I can find that question that he put up so other people can chime in. Sorry, but I'm getting, where's that at? Right here. Here's the question right here. Here's a question right here, guys, and you guys out of the I'm basketball. Okay, I thought maybe you was. So here's the question. Here's from David Slusher. Hey, Big Mike, which freshman do you think will have the biggest impact this year? Go, guys. Don't please don't leave this up to me because I don't want you guys to hate me. I don't want you guys to hate me. Please don't. Um, so, which freshman do you think will have the biggest impact this year? If I had to have the biggest impact freshman this year, man, dude, I don't. You got Chandler, but I don't know why I'm gravitating to Trent Noor. I just feel Travis. See, Travis Perry. I don't know why I'm gravitating to Trent for. Trent just I like his body. He's big. He has the weight on him and everything. And only because we can use him at that size, Noah. I I got Noah, man. Like I just I mean I I don't know, man. I don't know if it's because Chandler has been out of the game for so long, for 2 years, and I know that Trent's just coming off a really great year. But I don't know, man. It's just something about Trent's body that I really like, man. That I don't hope it doesn't hope it doesn't come out funny, but it's just something about his physique, and I don't know, man. I just feel like if I had to go with one person, I think I would have to uh, go with Trent. I'm gonna go with Trent, man. I think Trent will have the biggest impact of the freshmen. So are we counting? So I guess I got to ask a question. We are counting Chandler as a freshman, correct? Because he didn't play for the last 2 years, so I'm pretty sure that we're going to count him as a freshman. Because let's see, well, because we don't have any, we only got three freshmen, so we don't have any more freshmen unless I'm missing somebody. But I definitely will roll with that. David Slusher, thank you so much for having the question. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I found the foundation going to be strong. Travis, Travis Perry, Trent Noah, Jasper Johnson, and next year is going to be really good, man. Next year, if we can find a way to get Jasper to stay at home, I think it'll be a really good. And don't forget to Chandler, he'll be back. And Malachi, I hope he commits to Kentucky. I mean, you look at his, you look at who we compete with, and I don't have the list in front of me. But if you look at who we, I think the hardest person, the team that we're competing with when it comes to Malachi is North Carolina. If I'm correct, somebody can fact check me on it, but I think that's the biggest team outside of Kentucky that we got to compete with. But so we just got to see if he can actually come and commit to it as well too. Thank you so much. So we got that picture, and it looks like a young Fulbright. Is the game on right now for Tennessee and Texas A&M? And if so, can someone give me a score update in the inning? I'm not sure if it started already. Mark Hurl says, I'm fired up for football and basketball. BBN, let's go. I'm excited for both teams to play. Go Big Blue. I'm with you, Mark. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. Spicer, thank you for joining in too. Paula Rick. I don't know. I'm going to ask a question here. Paula Rick. Because I don't know, because this is not a common name. But if you don't mind, Paula Rick, are you, forgive me, I'm sorry. Are you a female or guy? Because I want to make sure that like I use the proper thing or whatever. But Paula Rick Spicer, uh, I don't know. So if my apologies, and if you don't want to tell everybody, you can text my number too as well, and you can tell me. But I'm just curious because I don't see that name very often. Paula Rick Spicer. It's masculine, but I don't know. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Oh man, dude. Okay. I just got nervous, man. Bottom of the second, Tennessee up by one. Come on, Texas A&M. Come on, man. Let's go, man. Hey, Donnie, thanks for coming in. Thanks for that update. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness, I thought that too. I watched the interview. He said he loved Alabama beat UNC in the tournament. Um, so, uh, man, dude, I'm rooting for Texas A&M. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Come on, Texas A&M, let's win. Come on, baby, turn the bets. Let's go. Bottom of the second. Who's the home team today? Is it Tennessee or A&M? I think A&M had the home team last night, so it must be Tennessee. And if Tennessee's the home team, that ain't good for A&M the way Tennessee can hit the baseball. That is not good for sure. Um, let's go. Let's get this started. Man, I thought I wrote all that down. Let me see. I don't know if I can even do that or not during the show. Let me see if I can even do that. Bear with me, people. I hope I don't see it on. Oh, that's not good. That is not good for that's not good for A&M for Tennessee to be the home team because they get last bat. You're talking about a nervous wreck. I think going into the bottom of the ninth, if A&M does not have at least a 4-point lead, Tennessee can find a way to pull it out and win. Tennessee hits the ball that well, and they put it in play. So let's see what happens, man. I would take Texas. I wish Jasper would reclass and add weight and then turn it on in March like Ron Mercer did. That would be interesting to go see as well too. Trying to think, did he actually answer that bottom of the second? I would. Um, I'm good today, Larry. Larry, you good today? I'm good. I'm very good. Absolutely. I'm a UK fan, so I'm always good when it comes to life. Absolutely. Even when it ain't good, I'm good. I'm new to all this. What's it say? Where's that? I gotta wait and see where that's at. I wish Jasper. Okay, what is? Oh, Paul Eric. Oh, okay, that's my middle last name. I gotta change it. I'm new. Okay, no problem. I was just curious because I mean, names can be used both ways each day, and I just wanted to kind of understand who I was talking to, so I wouldn't do it. I didn't talk about Riley because he went to Illinois, and it was kind of like okay. But you know what though? He was already being recruited by Orlando anyway. So it once I found that out, then it was no big surprise that he's probably going to go to Illinois, and that's okay. He can go to Illinois. That's no problem whatsoever. He'll feel the wrath of Kentucky too, so it's no different. But he's a baller, and for me, I said this anyway, even before he decided. I don't see how you bring a guy like Riley to Kentucky at this particular point of the time and say you're not going to promise him minutes because Pope didn't. He's not going to promise anybody minutes. So how do you tell a young man that good that you're the 13th piece and we'll find a place for you somehow? This kid's looking for some serious minutes, and I don't think Coach Pope is willing to do that. So if that's the case, Riley, I wish you the well. Not throwing no shade on you. You chose what's best for you, young man, and I wish you nothing but the best for sure. Shoot me in the college. Oh, I wish Texas A&M would win, man. I do. Indiana's in the house tonight. Appreciate that. Even Coach O tried to stay. He worked with his head down in his office for 2 weeks. He wanted to stay. Absolutely, he wanted to stay. And um, I wanted him to stay too. I think at the end of the day, I think it was more about Coach Pope just coming in and just starting his legacy with the staff that he wanted that he wanted to put around the program. I don't see how you would not want to keep a guy like that just because of his recruiting abilities and how he can go and how he can stretch across multiple places to get people. So I'm not sure how you let go of that. But on an aspect of it, it's nothing different than in the wild. A male lion wants to kill off the male cubs so he can start his own so he can start his own dominance. So I get it, but it would be hard to let him go because I know what he brings to the table, and that right there could have been another 5-star player that we got right there off the bat. But I guess that was Cal's man, and Coach Pope wanted his own. At the end of the day, I don't care how much you say I get along with Coach Cal. Coach Cal's making a big difference. Me and Cal, we talk and laugh. At the end of the day, I don't want Cal's stuff. I want my own stuff, and that's why I'm gonna build from there too. Yes, sure. It's a guy we need to reclass this year. He's a dog. Dives to loose balls, blocks shots, and goes. Tandu. Yesafor is a guy we need to reclass this year. Let me put this. Uh, he needs to reclass this year. I got to go look that guy. I'm going to write his name down. Paul. I'm gonna write his name down so I can go look at that. I think I've heard of it before, but I'm not sure. I don't know why I wrote his first name down, Tandu, and I wrote down Spicer. I guess I may never find him, so I guess I might want to write down. I might want to write down the right name. Yes, of course. Okay, I'm gonna go look that up. Okay. Uh, I don't know who's gonna get the last spot. And I just read an article right before I came on, and there was really no names that was really thrown out there as far as being potential guys that Mark Pope doing. It was just kind of a okay, we didn't get Rowley. There's one more spot open. Does he try to get somebody right now, or why not wife? Or I don't know, maybe I missed something. Why not wife? Is that why support? Yeah, why not? What? But so it really was no in depth detail as far as who he's looking at for that 13th spot, and it even mentioned that maybe he may wait until later in the year to actually bring somebody in to fill that last spot. So for right now, we just gotta just keep going what we got, and I think we got a pretty good team. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I think we got a really good team for next year. Um, Hill. These phones don't speak Hill William. The- the- yes, Donnie, I do. Yeah, so I'm working on a lot of things right now. Right now, my schedules for the show is Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 7 East. Yeah, 7 Eastern. It was 8, but now it's actually 7 Eastern. That works out better for everybody, so people don't get off at 9:30, and it's already late during the week. The Thursday show wasn't really bad because, well, actually it was because Thursday, Friday's my off day, but so I wanted to change the time, so I actually changed it to. I actually changed it to Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 7 Eastern. I'm putting together something that it may be some changes coming just during the off seasons because I got a lot of stuff that I'm working on and I'm being stretched really thin. So I guess I asked a question the other day: would you rather be great at one thing or great at a lot of things? So I said I wanted to be great at one thing, but it looks like I'm being stretched and I need to be good in a few different areas. So more to come with the shows, but right now shows will be so tomorrow night we'll be live again tomorrow at 7 Eastern, and we're just gonna have fun. Right now we know that it's not a lot going on and everything. So Indiana in the house tonight, Kentucky was in the house. Now welcome to Loyal Hoosier Nation Fan Show. Indiana in the house tonight. Kentucky was in the house. Now, welcome the Loyal Hoosier Nation Fan Show. I hope not. I'm not really sure what that means, but Clint, I know you're going to explain it. IU, Clint, are you a IU? What? What are we, Clint? What are we talking about? That's in that Bernie Mac voice when he told Nessa. What are you talking about? Um, Hill William, LOL. So I don't think we need Rowley. We got great roster. Let's play ball with what we got. Go absolutely, Hurl. I agree with you on it, and that's why I said before, guys. Look, I didn't throw any shade on Rowley. I didn't say that he's a bad player or anything like that. I just said it's hard to bring in the 13th guy on the team like a player like Rowley because he's so good that you just like he would probably jump Noah. He would probably jump Perry. He may actually jump Chandler. The kid is a baller, and for me, it's kind of like it's. It. I mean, that's when. I mean, it's already. I don't know. I know Mark Pope doesn't overplay his players, so he can definitely spread the players around. He's borderline genius, so I know he can figure out the numbers of the teams, and he got coaches who are smart enough to understand it. But I just don't understand how you bring in a guy like Rowley and says, "Hey, yeah, I might only get you about 12 minutes a ball game." No, coach, that's not good enough. I'm a baller. I'm trying to go to the next level. I need at least 25 or 30 minutes a ball game. And Illinois probably said, "We got you. You, I do. Come on in, and we'll make it happen." And I don't think Mark Pope was ready to do that, even with a superstar like Riley was. So that's not necessarily a bad. All misses are not bad misses. Some misses are definitely for the best. I will, for sure. Goes to show how far IU has fallen. You said Indiana was in the house. I said it. You always say UK in the house tonight. Indiana. I, I said you. Hey, hold on. I'm not Clint. If I said Indiana's in the house tonight, no. I'm sorry. I just was saying that he said where he's actually from. So I just was saying Indiana's in the house. We got Indiana representing third base, threatening to score as a guy on third. Come on, AM. Let's score, man. But look. Let's go back. Clint, thank you for pointing that out. UK's in the house tonight. Indiana is just a byproduct, and that's where he's from. So yeah. Thanks, Clint, for making sure you point that out for me. I appreciate it. So can we send you care packages? I would like to send you some stuff. I don't have a post office. we don't get mail. I use a guy, one of my good buddies. If I need, I've only ordered something one time. Actually, my wife sent me a package because I needed something one time, but I actually have to send it to his job, which is on the other side of town, and then he brings it to me. He brings it home to me. So I don't really have a mailing system here, and we don't really get no mail. Everything went digital. So if we need like mail or whatever, or something from work that we got to sign or whatever, they just send it through us through electronically. We sign it and we send it right back. So I don't have anywhere to get mail at. To be honest with you, A&M scores 1-1. Yes, UK's in the house tonight. Lady Bass, welcome to the show, baby. Yeah, Iraq is in the house too. Pollard Spicer, who is it's Indiana is East Ohio. BBN in the house tonight. Yeah, I know. No, it's all good. But thanks for pointing that out. The words are everything, and you don't know like when you do a show like this, or when you're doing anything when you live or on TV, if a person just turns something on and they don't hear the context of it before or after, and they just hear that little comment, then it might be like, hold on for a second. Why is this Kentucky guy saying Indiana's in the house tonight, not knowing that I just when people tell me where they from, I like to give a shout out. So maybe I can use a drone and just drop it in over my building. So that's funny. But yeah, we don't have a post office and stuff like that. And you guys know how hard it is for me to mail stuff out here. It's extremely hard for me to mail anything out. That's for sure. Uh, Heating up. Hey man, it's gonna be good, man. I come on, man. Come on. Let's see if those guys are giving me updates. Probably are. Um, Not yet. I haven't seen anything yet. Yeah. Um, 15 minutes away from the Yuck Center. That's what College World Series. Maybe I can use a drone. Go Big Blue, Kentucky basketball. Let's go, Larry. Larry, you be hitting up my comments, man. I appreciate that. Uh, for real, it means a lot to me. What all you guys do for me, it really does. So, did Larry? Should I even go? Larry, you going for Tennessee? Larry, I don't think I like you anymore, big guy. No. Why are we going for Tennessee? Go Tennessee. What? No. We don't say that here. that's that's not right. We don't do we say that kind of stuff here? Um, let's see, I do have to give it to my cousin on Loserville. He said the Tars could beat UK um, if it's not in corrupt arena. Corrupt arena. People come up with some crazy things. Hey, when you was young, did you start watching Kentucky basketball? You remember starting watching Rick? So, um, Pollard, for me, I joined the Navy in '94, and after boot camp, I went straight to Italy. So, like a lot of the games and a lot of the experience and a lot of the joys that you guys have of watching the early years of a lot of these players, I didn't really have that. I didn't really have that experience, it wasn't internet in '94, so we didn't really get to keep up with all that kind of stuff. And when I wasn't there, I was somewhere else as well too serving. So I didn't get really get the joys of really seeing what you guys, Paul, Larry, wow, never once. I agree with you, Paul, never. So I'm worried about little bro now. So I didn't really get a chance, but um, I remember when it was '98, we was in the middle of the wow, not we was in the middle of what was we at? We was in a big piece of water. I can't remember. We was in the Middle East somewhere, but it was like way down off in the morning. The Cats just beat Utah, I think it was, and I was the only one up, and I did my silent cheer so I wouldn't wake anybody up down in the building. But I was happy that we won, and that was really good. That that I remember that as very well. Just got off from work. What all did I miss? JW, we missed you. That's what's important. Nia pizza and bologna sandwiches. That is actually when did you become a UK? I'm from Kentucky. What I'm saying, I graduated in Kentucky and everything like that. I was a big football guy, so I think I kept up with football more. I wasn't really a basketball guy because I never was in. Forget Tennessee, less. That's the clean version. Um, yeah, that's a good question. When did everyone in the chat become a UK fan? Um, and being when you get in the military and when you start leaving home and when you start supporting your state and everything like that, I knew that I was a Kentucky fan, and people were like, "Well, you a Kentucky fan or you a Louisville fan?" I said, "I'm a Kentucky fan." They said, "Okay." So that's pretty much how it started. And then the more and more that we got access to internet, the more I was able to keep up. Of course, I always stayed a lot of my time overseas, and being in Japan and stuff like that, it was no difference. I would have to get up late at night watch. So I've been watching ball games late at night for years now. So I got I've lost a lot of sleep over the years getting up watching basketball or football games or whatever just by being over I'm just by being overseas. But how many people know that when you love the Wildcats, it doesn't matter what time of the day or night or whatever, when they play, you get up, you prep yourself, you know the game is coming. So you know that you got to go to bed. Let me go to bed early so I can be ready to go because I'm probably not going back to sleep until after I get off from work. And that's the sacrifice that you make when you love. Um, Mike, you got me on my picture yet. Uh, Send me more, JW. Okay. I have been like you can't even imagine like how busy I got. I'm trying to work on. I'm getting my I'm getting my other YouTube channel put together. We got videos on it, but my guy is going to revamp it for me. He's going to fix it. I'm working with a publisher. We're deciding on whether we're going to redo my covers for my book or not. We got to put it out on 61 platforms to different countries. So work has been very busy. Work is actually slowing down. So when work slows down, my mind really will be a lot better as well too. We're just trying to wave this storm and just try to get through this heat and get everything put back together from Maxine moving everything. But I got like so much going on right now, and I am like I don't know if I'm coming or going. To yesterday, my time yesterday, we got off because we had to go in at 4:30, and so when I got off from work at 12. I got home about 12:45 or something like that. 12:45, a little bit before 1. I already knew what I was going to have for dinner, so I went ahead and ate dinner at about 1:20. I ate dinner, and it was about 2:30, 3 o'clock. Man, I was already in the bed. I'm like, I am going to bed. So um, I'm just like I think about bed all day long. I just can't wait to sleep. So right now my mind is all over the place. I'm definitely not neglecting. I'm not trying to neglect anybody or anything. I'm just trying to be good at everything instead of one thing. Of course, I just said the other night that I would like to be good at one thing. But yeah, so percent you when you ready about UK campus and UK sports. No worries, I'm putting together Kentucky, so I have a percent to you when ready. about all UK campus. Um, I'm trying to reach out to the University of Kentucky about doing interviews the right way, reaching out for everything. It does look like it's going to be very hard to do that, but I am trying to reach out to those guys to see. But JW will have that conversation as well too, because I know you close to the program as well. So we have it. If I can catch watch live, I'll leave my phone number in the car until I get home and watch the replay. If I can. If I can't watch live, I'll leave my phone in the car till I get home and watch the replay. I do too. I'm like, please don't talk about the game. If I'm around somewhere and I haven't seen the score, haven't seen any replays or anything, the first thing I tell people, if you're talking about the game, I'll leave. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to be around it. Please don't. You can't even go on the internet because it's everywhere. Like you just can't. So it's so hard to keep things where you can watch it and get the real reaction of what it just went down because there's so much going on and information is everywhere and it's hard to contain it on most days. Oh my goodness, hate Tennessee. So crack your rock. I hope that doesn't mean um, that they scored again. So the score should be 1-1. Hopefully nothing has changed and nothing has updated with the Tennessee and Texas A&M ball game. Definitely rooting for A&M. I feel personally that A&M must have a 3 to 4 run lead going into the bottom of the ninth in order to win that ball game. So yes, Amir, as a friend, start with him as we can ask a few of his teammates come on your show. Well, I did interview. If you haven't already, if you just started watching me or whatever, I did interview Ansley Almanor. That's definitely on my channel. Please go back to. Matter of fact, I would actually put that up in this video as well too at the end. If you haven't watched it, please go check out the interview. It was really really fun. So I was really live. So yeah, and if it's your first time watching, please, are you covering SEC Media Days? Um, because of the time difference, I'll probably be sleeping because of when they have it. But I would definitely be trying my best to keep track of what's going on, everything with quotes and stuff like that as well. I wish I was actually at home, that I would actually, but I think it's actually out in Dallas this year. So that would be hard for me to go to. So I'll try to definitely watch some replays of it, hear some interviews or whatever, and just try to go that route as well too. But I'm looking forward to it as well. But yeah, if it's your first time watching, please hit the subscribe button if you like it. I don't want people to just hit the subscribe button because I asked. If you like it, hit the like button as well too. I definitely would appreciate that. And once again, once I hit 3,000, I will be trying to come up with another way to do a raffle or to give a or to give a or to have a giveaway at the 3,000 subscribe mark as well too. So oh, my stomach keeps hurting, man. Oh, that hurts so much, man. That's crazy. Just Memorial almost done. Does anyone think they will bring back Big Blue Madness Camp out? A lot of folks are putting in for it. So is it? So have they already confirmed that it will not be a Big Blue Madness this year? JW, is that safe to? Who's on first? Is that safe to say that it won't be this year? Because I know a lot of people want to get back to doing it and want to enjoy it for sure. Yeah. So who's on first? So anyway, as you guys see, I'm not wearing my sweatshirt tonight. It is still cool in here, but I was able to turn down the temperature a little bit because I don't think 2-1. I don't think they're going to cut off the electricity right now. But I was worried about the other day because it was getting really serious because a lot of people was losing electricity, and I just didn't want my place to be hot because it would be hot. But I would go sit in my car and use Tennessee to score. It should be 2-1. Be back normal. Madness will be back normal this year. What's on second? And I don't know. I never understood that game, man. Who's on first? That was just something that I wasn't smart enough to. Um, I wasn't smart enough to understand that game, who's on first or whatever. That always went over my head, and I think I knew that video games and games and stuff like that was probably not in my future because I couldn't even get the simple things of that. So 2-1 up Tennessee's up by 1 over Texas A&M. What is it, the bottom of the third? I take it since Tennessee's up the bat. Um, Paul Kershaw, I'm with it. So yeah. So we just gotta it's probably a Pope decision. So if it's a Pope decision, I'm almost willing to say that it'll happen because he understands what it means to the fans and what it would mean to the players just to have that experience for sure. Hey, bud, with as much as you seem to have on your plate, you are doing a great job. Proud of your home. Hoptown Hopper in the house. Hoptown's in the house tonight. Thanks, Thomas. I appreciate it very much. I really, really do. Thank you so much as well for those words. It really does. Bottom of the third, famous Laura Hardy baseball comedy act bit. Yeah, see, I just maybe I should go Google it or whatever, try to figure out, but I just never could. It just kind of went over my head a lot. Paul Rick says, I know Mark said they are trying to figure it out on the camp out, but if they don't, they need to do tickets, get in the night of the event, first come, first serve. I agree with that too. First come, it's hard on Ticketmaster can't get. Nobody, I hope I get an email because I would have to work. It would have to be there at 4 a.m. See, and I understand having to have those early mornings, that's for sure, man. I like the old Abbott and Costello, who's on first comedy bit. See, and I think that's the most notable one, Hurl, and that's the one that I don't know. What's up, Mike? Sorry, I've been away. Go A&M. Hey, David, welcome back in. I understand, man. We all got life and things that happen or whatever, but thank you for all the support that I know that you give me. So I really appreciate it. Thanks, David, and welcome back to the show. That means a lot to me as well, too. Hello, Marcus. Yeah, so don't forget, guys, tomorrow night. I know you just joined Enix, but so my fault, David. But make sure that you guys join me tomorrow night. Let's see what we got to talk about. I keep my eyes on any news that comes about or whatever, and I appreciate it. We always will come to have a good time here on the show as well, too. I appreciate each one of you guys for joining in. It means the world to me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and that like button if you like the show. I really appreciate it, and tell your friends and family about it. And we will continue to have fun here as well. I'm definitely gonna get up here and ponder around and get ready for work. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. It's gonna be a long day, guys. It's gonna be a long day. I got so sleepy yesterday at work, I just started sweeping. That's how sleepy I got yesterday. I couldn't believe how sleepy I was. So I just started sweeping the floor. People were like, "Hey man, like what are you doing?" "Oh, I'm sweeping. I don't like how it looks, so I'm going to sweep the floor." And overall, I was just sleepy, and I was trying to stay woke, and I didn't want to fall asleep. I hate falling asleep at work. I just do. So I try my best to stay awake. But anyway, thank you guys for joining the Loyal BBN Fan Show tonight. I'm your host, Mike. I thank you all for what you do, and thank you all for making this a great show. And until tomorrow night, go Cats.